I'm going to show you how to make $200 to $300 per day by helping business owner setting up stupid, simple automation workflow that you can do from the comfort of your own home. And the best part about this is that with this model, you're going to get paid first from the client, meaning that you can use that money to reinvest back into the software, the contractor, or really whatever you want. Now, let's just walk you through the actual process. So the simple overview to this workflow is that initially you have to find and talk to existing business owner who have a database, aka their list, right? For us, we use real estate agent as an example because we actually help them in real life. Real estate agents are great in terms of having lists because they do cold call and door knocks every day in their career. If you're new here, a business list normally contains full name, phone number, birth date, and email address, and many other contact points of the business customer that it has collected over the years of serving this customer. So you'll be looking anywhere between 1,000 to 20,000 contacts in a given business list. Now the size of the list is obviously depend on how long the business been established for. Now our role here, guys, is to help them market to that list to generate more opportunity, more lead from their existing list, and book more appointment and make more sales from their existing list. And this process requires $0 in Facebook marketing or any other advertising spend. The best part about it, guys, is that we're gonna have this business owner doing everything with just one simple software with a few automation in place. So why is it so effective? You gotta understand, guys, that business owners are very busy, especially the one who have hundreds or tens of thousands of contacts in their list. They would not have time to manually go to contact each of their lists one by one. So it's our job to actually come in and make their life a lot easier and help them to create more sales and more appointments. So what does the pricing look like when it comes to charging for this type of service? We'll normally recommend anywhere between $997 to $497 as an initial setup fee, and $97 to $297 a month from maintain the automation and the software in place to keep this automation running. Now, if you do the math here on the conservative side, if you charge each client $2,000 setup fee, at 4 clients on that month, you make around $8,000, right? And if you divide that by 30, that's around $266 per day. So you make around $200-300 per day, and this is not include any monthly subscription that you get from them, okay? So we obviously have done this ourselves. You can see here we actually charge them on the high end upside. Obviously we're including Facebook ad in our service as well, and this is some of the results that real estate agents get from this service that we provide for them, right? And this is the exact same automation that I'm going to be showing you guys later on in this video, so make sure that you watch until the end, right? So this agent spent $200 and make $15,000 back, and this agent make over 100 grand in terms of cross commission income with this automation, and this agent make 10x of what he put in. So if you're wondering why is people paying you so much money to set up this simple automation, because they make so much money back, right? So again, just for context, real estate agent in Australia make anywhere between 20,000 to 50,000 per property, and just because of that fact, our agency was able to charge real estate agent 4,000, 6,000, 9,000, or even 11,000 worth of setup fee doing this simple automation. Now let's move on to the actual script of getting the client interested with this offer in the first place. We're normally using a 2-line outreach script that would look something like this, and it both contain the opener and the pitch. So the opener saying, hey business owner, do you work with ideal client, right? So obviously you want to replace this with an actual industry ideal client. So for us, hey real estate agent, do you work with home seller? All right. Or if you're in a dentist space, hey John, do you work with teeth whitening client, right? Or cosmetic injection. So whatever client type that is ideal for that business, right? You need to do your own research. And once they reply yes, which is 90% of the time, we actually move on to the next scripts, which is we're looking to help a local real estate agent to help generate 30 to 60 extra home seller appraisal with $0 on ad. The best part is you only pay once we get you result. keen for a quick chat. So this script is very powerful. It's the pitch. You go in for the kill, and we'll normally get 30 to 40% of people saying yes at this stage, just because it sounds so good that they don't have to pay any money on ad, and they only pay once it get result, right? And again, we're going to show you how to get them result later on in this video. So let's move on to the actual math on how to make money from this. Now, if you follow the script that I just mentioned, conservatively, you should be able to land 4 clients in a month. That's only once in a week, guys. So to get 4 clients, right, you want to get 20 sales call, right? Get on a call, on a Zoom, or even on the phone with them. 20 people will need to attend that call, okay? That's at a 20% close rate, meaning you will close 1 out of every 5, right? And to get 20 sales call, you want to hit at least 29 appointment, given that's a 70% show rate, right? So that means if you book 10 appointments, 7 people will show up. That's very common, and this is an industry standard. Now, from that appointment, if you want to book 29 appointments, ideally you should have 58 people replying to you, yes, they're interested, right? That is a 50% booking rate. And from there, to get a 58 reply, you want to send at least 580 message, right? So that's whether on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and email, and that is at a 10% reply rate. Again, guys, if you break everything down to a weekly and a daily basis on how much work you need to get to this amount, it's so little, right? It's only 455 message sent per week, which is aka 19 message sent per day. Like, that's literally nothing. You can do it on your lunch break, you can do it on your school break, you can do it even in the bathroom break, okay? So there's no excuse to make money from this automation. And in this video, I'm gonna build this entire tool automation back from scratch to show you how simple they are and how easy it is to actually build and implement them into your client business or even your own business. Now let's move on to the workflow. We use this software called GoHighLevel, which gives you access to their 30-day free trial, meaning that you can fulfill and deliver results for your client without spending money up front with this software. If you want a 30-day free trial link, make sure that you check the link somewhere around this video. So to run this automation, we had 2 simple workflow in place, right? First workflow is what we call the initial blast, and this is what it looked like. It might seem complex, but once you understand it, it's very simple. And in this video, we're gonna build the entire thing from scratch so you can see how it's all worked together. Now, the initial blast is the message that we send out to the first bunch of people. And the second one is what we call a nurturing reply yes workflow. And this is what it looked like. As you can see here, it's more linear, it's more simple. It's pretty much wait for the first people to say yes, and then we'll just put them onto the sequence where they get SMS, wait, and SMS. And the content of the SMS is just giving them link to book appointment or access to the offer of the first workflow. Now let's build everything from scratch so you can see how to link everything together and how simple it really is. So you want to log in to your GoHighLevel account, head over to automation and click create workflow and start from scratch. And the first thing I do is that I want to name my workflow properly. I want to write SMS marketing initial blast demo, and then I want to click save. All right, so the first step that I want to start with this workflow is a SMS. I want to head over to this plus icon here and click plus and type the word SMS. Now the first thing that you can see here is send SMS. Now don't worry about this manual action to SMS here. It's a totally different action, and that's for another video. You want to click send SMS, and then you want to type the content in here. Keep in mind, if you head over to this tag icon, there's a lot of custom field and custom value that you can use. Now, luckily for you guys, I'm going to give you our script for real estate agents. It's a, hey, contact first name is username from location. I'll be around your area tomorrow all day. Would you like a quick home appraisal update where we can show you how to add 50K plus in value to your current property? PS, reply yes to this message and we'll be in touch. Now this worked really well with real estate agent because people would think that real estate agent is nearby, which they are, and then it really just make it easy for people to reply yes. Now that's worked really well for our real estate agent industry. If you're in the dentist or home improvement, you really just have to craft a message that works for your industry. So I'm gonna copy this and I'm gonna paste it here, all right? And obviously, once you send it, this bracket is gonna convert into an actual value. That means it's gonna say, hey John, instead of hey contact first name. And then you wanna hit save. All right, before we move on to the next step, we want to name this action properly. So we want to name SMS blast. Actually, we're right. Initial SMS blast, right? And this would be helpful for you to recognize what SMS it is, right? And the next step is to head over to this plus icon again and search wait. And we want to select this wait action. As you can see here, this wait action have a lot of options, but the one that we look for here is contact reply, and we want to select reply to initial SMS blast. This is why it's very important to name your action properly, okay? And this one we're gonna name wait for reply, okay? Capital reply. And then you want to select a timeout. Okay. Now, if you don't know, the timeout feature is very useful for contact reply. You can set a certain timeout period that instruct the automation to wait for the lead to reply. So what that means in our case, if the lead don't reply in 1 day, which is the timeout period, they will move on to the next steps. So it's very important that you set a timeout for any wait action that is waiting for a reply, okay? And you want to save action. Okay. Now the next action we want to take is condition, right? We're gonna write if or else, right? And in that condition, we're gonna hit over select here, and we're gonna select contact reply. And the first option we're gonna give them is false. So that means when contact don't reply, right? And we're gonna name this branch no reply. If you want to add the next condition, you want to add a branch here, right? And this one is what we call reply yes, okay? So when someone reply yes, you want to hit reply message contain yes. The reason why we put contain instead of is because someone might reply yes please, yes I want, or something along with yes. So contain is probably a safer way to do that. So now we have two conditions, which is when people don't reply or people who reply yes, all right? And we're gonna hit save. Now you can see here, there's two branches that you can build steps and workflow underneath them. And as you can see here, the last branch is auto-created. It's called none. Now what that means is that if the condition does not match any of these two. So what that means, guys, if the system pick anyone who does not match these two conditions, they will fall out to the non-condition. All right, so let's break it out logically. If people do reply and people do reply anything then yes, then they would fall on here, right? Technically. So this is people who reply, who are you, how much is it, where is this, who is this. To make it easier, we'll want to come here and name this condition people who reply something else. That would make it easier for you to understand in this tutorial. Now what we need to do next is to build workflow and action with these three conditions. When people reply yes, I typically like to tag them, and I would give them a very unique tag such as reply yes, so that we know these leads are hot. And I would click here, create new tag, save the action. And the next thing that I want to do is I want to add them into the workflow. I would write workflow, and we're going to add them to the second workflow. Remember, we have the nurturing reply yes, but we're going to build that together soon, but we're going to add them to our existing workflow, and we're going to name it add to reply yes workflow. Obviously, if you're doing this for your business or your client, you can be creative, you can add so much more action because you know that these people reply yes, but we just want to keep this tutorial very simple for now, okay? And we want to hit save, okay? Now let's move on to the people who actually reply, but they reply with something else. I personally would give them a different tag, right? But you can give them the same tags, obviously. You can give them one universal tag, but I like to give them reply something else to SMS campaign. Yeah, just give them this very long tag, and then I would hit save again. Again, guys, if you're building this for yourself or your client, you can add so many things. And the next step, guys, we want to select opportunity. We want to create opportunity for this guy. And again, we just select any pipeline stage and pipeline for now. Doesn't really matter. To remind me, we should be adding opportunity to this also, right? So you want to add tag. Sorry, I meant to copy them, right? Do you want to create opportunity? I like to add note, right? Add contact note. I say this contacts reply to SMS last campaign on, right? So I would say on the note, you can see what date they reply on. You can backlog it right now. I normally go to right now and go to date months. Okay, again, you can just copy this, copy action, and move it to here. I normally have it quite the same, but with the only difference is that the yes part, they will go to the yes workflow. This one, you just have to manually reply to them because we don't know what question would come up. And the next thing I want to do, guys, is to give them a score, right? What we call modified contact engagement score. Now this is a new feature. Obviously, someone who replies something else, I'm not going to give them higher score than someone who replied yes. So I would give this guy like a 5, right? And I want to copy this action again. And this is so fast because you could just copy and paste this stuff, right? And with this one, I want to give them a 10, and I want to here +10 in my name. And while this one, I can have like +5. So if someone replied, they still reply. So we're gonna give them +10 to +5. So we just finished 2 branch and 2 scenario here. So first is when someone reply yes, and when someone replies something else, right? A lot of it is the same, as you can probably see. Now let's build automation for someone who don't reply, okay? Now what I like to do is I want to add a SMS again, but this time it's a follow-up SMS. I like to say contact first name. Are you there? Very simple, right? I don't go fancy with the whole paragraph follow-up thing. That's just not me. I would recommend using something light to follow up. This works like most of the time. Are you there? And then we want to go to the wait step, and we're gonna select waiting for a reply and reply to SMS, right? Again, like this is why you need to name it. So I'm gonna rename it, and we're gonna wait for 1 day. If they don't reply, they move on to the next steps, right? So we're gonna hit save. So we're gonna name our action properly, SMS follow up 1, save. You can see here this changed to SMS follow up 1 because this wait is specifically waiting for this SMS. It's not waiting for anything else, it's waiting for this SMS. Now after that, we're just going to the condition again, if and else, right? And this time we're gonna select a different condition, right? We're going to select contact reply still. Contact reply is true. So if they reply anything at all, right? They would go to, well, I like to keep it simple. Technically you can do 3 branch, but really I'm just doing 2 branch here. They can go to here, right? So if they reply from are you there, any reply at all, they would come here. I like to keep it simple. Technically you should make 3 branch like this, reply yes and reply something else, but that would make the entire tutorial very complex, and I do not recommend that. If they reply at all, they would just come here. So the next condition is that if they don't reply to the second message, are you there, right? We're gonna take the easy way. We're gonna copy everything from here, copy all action from here, copy from here, and boom, you can see here half of the automation is already done. We need to change this SMS though. So this is what we call SMS follow-up 2. And if someone don't reply, are you there? I normally just say, right. But this time, don't even mention their name at all. Just say ... That's normally work for us. So same thing, it will wait for 1 day. If they reply, they will go to the reply yes, right? If they don't reply, you can really just keep doing this. You can go copy, copy all, and copy here. Right, and you change this to SMS reply 3 and just change this message to something else, like did I make you mad? I don't know. We don't really go for that long, and I don't recommend you keep follow up for that long. It's just wasting money at this time. If people don't reply, probably not going to reply on the third one. One of the things that you need to be mindful about is that you need to make sure that the wait step is responsible for SMS follow-up 2, okay? And the wait step for this one is responsible for SMS follow-up 3, right? So very important that you get this one correct. And guys, that's pretty much our initial blast workflow built completely from scratch. And you can see here we stop here. So if they don't reply on the third SMS follow-up, there's nothing to do. Like, we just leave them alone, okay? I would recommend go as far as SMS 2 or 3. I would not recommend going to SMS 4. But again, you can go as far as possible and keep follow up with them until they do reply, technically. So now let's just come back to the dashboard. This is the initial blast demo that we built from scratch. We want to create a second workflow. Again, create workflow, start from scratch. And the first thing we do is we want to name our workflow correctly. I'm going to say SMS marketing and nurturing reply. Yes. Now, the goal of this workflow is to nurture people that say yes, okay? So it's very simple. All we have is just SMS, and we're gonna put our message here. Great. Here is our booking link, right? Given that you want people to book. If you want people to buy, just put your purchase link here or your website link, and you want to go to user and calendar link. Now, if you don't want to overcomplicating this, you could just type out like your URL, mybooking.com, right? You don't have to use a custom field or custom value at this stage, right? And you can add some message saying like, let me know once you have booked so I can send you all the bonus. That's normally work really well for our business. So yeah, at this part, just have either one or other. Don't have like the actual URL and the actual custom field. That would be very conflicting, right? And then you want to hit save, and you want to hit wait, and then we want to be waiting for time delay at this time. We're just waiting for time, right? Waiting for a day, and then we want to send them a reminder to see if they take action or not, right? So this is why we have two separate workflow, because in this workflow, we're gonna have stop on respond on, okay? Stop on respond is gonna be on, meaning that if they reply, we will stop texting them. It's very important that you understand this. That's why we can't have the whole thing in one workflow. And you want to save it. So let's go back to the builder. So I like to be lazy. I would go in here and I click copy all action from here, and I would get all of that, right? Like you would want to name your stuff properly, like wait one day, right? So when you copy, the actual name comes through. In the second message, what I like to do is just like give them a reminder. I would say something like contact first name, does the link work? You able to book? Fine. And I would drop them the link again. But again, you can put your direct URL there, but I'm just gonna put the custom field for the demo, okay? You wanna hit save and click save again. So right now we have two SMS follow-up to get them to take action, all right? I'm gonna be naming this properly so I don't have to repeat it. Save. And then what you want is, again, we can repeat this step, copy action from here. And the third one, again, you guys need to understand that if they reply on the first or second message, they would not get this third message. We're just writing it as a follow-up, okay? You want to keep in mind that whoever reading this haven't responded yet. I could just be repetitive here. I can say, are you there? Contact first name. I would not even use contact first name at this stage because we've been using it quite a lot. Are you there? Dot. And yeah, I would just leave it as that. So we have 3 SMS follow-up to get them to take action, right? This campaign, this workflow is to get them to click on the link to take action, while the other workflow is to get them to reply. So this is it. This is the full tutorial building the entire workflow from scratch. And look guys, just keep your eye on the price. The math is there. We've been doing it and we've been helping real estate agents make a lot of money from it. So that's why it only makes sense that we as a person or organization make money from it as well from setting this automation and workflow up. Now, if you have any question, make sure that you drop in the comment. The link to everything that you see in this video is in the description, so make sure that you check it out. And if you like this video, consider giving it a thumbs up and share it with your agency friend. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next one. Hey guys, if you enjoy watching the video, make sure that you also checking out this content right there.